my god, is it ever hot outside right now? My phone is totally lying to me too. It's like, it's only 23 degrees out. Bullshit. I can handle 23 degrees. This feels more like freaking 792 degrees. Muggy, it's hot, and maybe now my phone's telling me the truth. Probably not. I'm thinking probably not. I'm thinking probably, oh, now it says 28 degrees. Oh, 28 degrees. Oh, the more you know, people. Oh, it's a friggin' hot one out today, that's for sure. But Oreo's smart, see? Notice how you don't see him anywhere up here, but then you come downstairs and you see him downstairs? That's because down here it's a lot cooler. Right, buddy? You know that. You're smart. I'm the idiot who sits upstairs and plays on his frickin' computer all hours of the day, you know? Ah, well, it's the way she goes. I got the windows open up there. If I could open the windows down here, I'd get probably a nice cross breeze. But, whatevs. It's the way she goes. Oh, and welcome to my vlog. So when I woke up this morning, I woke up at around noon. It's currently 2 o'clock now. Yeah, go team me. I went to pick up the camera and shit. But whatever. I hopped on the Facebook because normally what I do in the morning is I hop on YouTube, make sure my video did go up, and then I hop on Facebook and see what's going on in the world of Facebook and see how people are getting along with the day and things. And then I will come across some interesting posts. Today's post was by a group that we all know for spamming the shit out of you with their downloads and installing viruses on your computer. What I'm talking about is CNET. But they posted a really good video today. It was about the new 2014 Chevy Impala, and after I saw it, I was like, oh my god, do want, but I don't like all the features it has. Like, it's got a lot of stupid features for like drivers who don't know how to handle their car. And you're probably saying, well, what the hell are you talking about, Adam? Okay, literally, I am sick and tired of seeing cars out there with buttons that you can press that make them park themselves, or freaking sensors to warn you that people are around you. That makes for a lazy, non-defensive driver. When you have the car telling you that there's somebody coming up on your friggin' 6, or there's somebody coming up on your 8 or 9 or 3 or whatever the frig. I don't like that, because when you're driving a car, you should be always looking everywhere, making sure you're safe. If you're gonna do a lane change, you shouldn't rely on sensors to tell you, it's cool bud, you can do it. No, you should be looking in that mirror, making sure nobody's on your side, kicking your head around, making sure nobody's in your blind spot. But now you don't need to, because they have sonar sensors. Yeah, submarine technology on your freaking car that you're never going to take underwater. Anyway, so they got sonar technology now that will sit there and analyze your surroundings. So if you kick on your signal light, instantly the sonar detector kicks on and tells you, like, warning, there's a car coming up on your ass. Don't do it, you're going to wreck. Oh, okay, and then you don't. Or if you're backing out of a parking lot, the sonar detector will tell you if there's a car coming behind you across, you know? Like, warning, car coming from this direction, and it's like this warning symbol with an arrow pointing that way, letting you know that somebody's coming up. If you pull out, you're getting T-boned, because apparently our eyeballs don't work that well anymore. We can't see. So, and like Ford introduced this similar technology to this in their cars. Toyota has it in their cars where, oh, you need to parallel park. Well, no more, you know, bringing your car up so that your back tire is equal with their trunk and then fucking kicking her over and bringing her in, blah, 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 you know. No, boop! And the car's like, done. Yeah, try passing your freaking driving test with a push button. They'll look at you like you're an idiot, because right now not all cars have that technology, but Ford has it in theirs, Toyota has it in theirs, GM probably has it in theirs. I don't know about Dodge, what they have. I know they have a pretty wicked car. I'm really in love with that Dodge Dart. That thing is impressive. But, like, so much technology coming in the cars. And I bitched about this before when I talked about my buddy's new truck with the spin dial gear selector. And he argued with me about that when he was fixing my car, and he goes, well, Adam, the linkages on your shifter could break. Well, they did before when I had my GM truck. The linkage for the friggin' column shifter snapped right off. Fell right off the transmission. And I was in drive. I was at work. I was in drive. I go to slide her into park, and the friggin' shifter mechanism, the whole column shifter, slides up and falls right back down because there was nothing binding it to the transmission. So I had to push the emergency brake, or the parking brake, right to the floor while it was in drive, crawl underneath the truck, and then grab the little thing that the little switch, or whatever the hell you want to call it, that the linkage normally sits on, and force it into park myself. Then I realized why the linkage kept falling off is because there was a part missing on it. So I did a little red redneck repair of my own, which was, you know, kind of redneckish. You're gonna laugh when I tell you what I did. But all I did was I busted out my my drill with a really small bit, small enough to put a hole through the metal, but not big enough to make the metal that much weaker. And drilled a hole through it, put the linkage back on, wedged a finishing nail through it, bent it both ways so it could never come out. Worked fine. Should have used a cotter pin, but didn't have one. But I had plenty of finishing nails. But that worked. Now, what happens if, you know, you go to put her in drive, you turn that dial over, and it's in drive. Now you go to put her in park, and you're trying to put her in park. You have it on the P selector, but for some reason there's a wire that's chewed or something broken, and it doesn't want to do that. Is it still a mechanical operated thing? Can you still crawl into the vehicle, or like on my old Ford Tempo, reach into the hood and hit the toggle switch on the transmission? Probably not. I'm thinking probably not. I'm thinking that technology is all built into the transmission. The transmission is one sealed electronic unit, and if that switch fails, you're probably caught. You probably can't fix that. You're stuck in drive, and you can't turn off your car in drive, because if you do, you can't start the sumbitch back up unless they have a failsafe for that. I don't know, but I don't know, all this new technology in these new cars. That's why I love the Trans Am. It's so bone basic stupid. Like, my shifter's physically linked to my transmission, you know, it's like built into it kind of like thing, and the steering is just a rod coming off my steering wheel going into a steering box that has planetary gears to make the steering more comfortable with a power assist module. You know, it's basic. If the sensors don't work, the car's like, yeah, you have a sensor not working, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna throw gasoline and air and let the spark blow it up, and we're gonna get you going again. Don't worry about it. It's so bare bone basic that even with a service engine soon light on, which comes on because of the EGR valve, it's not a big deal, you know. Still gets great gas mileage. 50 bucks to fill the tank. I get 400 clicks out of it. Not a big deal. It's got a smaller tank than the G6, and it gets better fuel mileage. Figure that one out? I can't. But, like, I'm looking at this friggin' this car, this new Malibu, or the new Impala. Beautiful car. GM really went balls deep on making this car more appealing to people like me, and not so much appealing, well, Dad would still want one because he likes fancy things, but I'm saying, like, you know, like, it's no longer Grandpa's Impala. It's more or less tuned towards the young people. Like, it's got a 3.6 liter V6 that puts out 305 horsepower, 265 foot-pounds of torque, so it'll friggin' get you there. If you need to go somewhere, you're there. Done. You know, no questions asked, no holds barred. It will get you there. It's also got a lot of other doohickeys under the hood. It's got that VVT technology, all that crap. But in the cabin, like when you're sitting in the pilot's seat, it's got a whole bunch of awesome stuff in there too. Like you can get the My Sync and all this other shit that'll basically turn your whole front end into a computer, GPS and all that, and that's kind of neat if you need that. But I really don't need a GPS in my car because I got this bad boy here. Yeah, I got this bad boy. It does the job awesomely for me. I don't need no GPS in my car. I got one right here. I can put it in any car. And that's why I don't like onboard GPS, because if you own multiple vehicles, well, it's not like you can rip the friggin' dash out of your Impala and stab it in your Ford F-150, you know what I'm saying? But it's a nice car, but oh my god, the sticker price, $36,000. You know what I say to that? I'll buy a truck, because after all your incentives and discounts and things, you can pick up a pickup truck for about that price with an entry-level V8 or even a V6 with 4x4 package or something. Companies are trying to get rid of pickup trucks because everybody's scared of them. When gas prices go up, pickup truck sales stop. Everybody wants to go out and buy the Ford Fiesta or the friggin' Kia Rio or the Toyota Echo or whatever the hell they call Yaris now, I think is the name for, I don't know what the hell they call their car. But they all want those, you know, the cars that don't use a lot of gasoline. And for me, you know, I like to save on gasoline. I definitely do. Who doesn't, you know, especially when prices go up. But I like a car that when you get on the throttle, she can get up and go. Like, I've driven a lot of four bangers that were gutless buckets, like my Ford Tempo, the Ford Focus, the Volkswagen Golf, and they were gutless. And then when I got into the Trans Am, I always say the Trans Am's not fast, but that torque off the line, if you friggin' rub that throttle, she will get up and go. If you're already in motion and you need to pass somebody, you lay into the throttle a little bit, she'll get up and go. Same with the G6. It's got tons of balls on the highway when you're already moving, that if you need to get going and you tromp that throttle, you're gonna be gone. And I like that. So if you need to do an emergency pass or an evasive maneuver, you have the power there. You get some of these Econo boxes, especially with an automatic, and they are gutless buckets. And I don't like that kind. You know what? Fuel saving versus fun and safe to drive. I'll take fun and safe to drive any day of the week. That's the way I roll. But anyway, I thought I would just ramble on for 10 minutes about this whole Impala thing. That, and they did something that I kind of want to do with the G6, but haven't done it yet because of money. They did a cold air intake on a Tahoe, and I've always wanted to do the Can-Am cold air intake. Like, Like, I did the drop-in filter. Yeah, that's okay, you know. It doesn't really do much because you're still under the restrictions of the air box. But you do the actual real cold air intake where you replace the whole friggin' all the piping, plumbing, filter box, rip all that shit out. Then you stab in the proper plumbing with like the K&N plumbing with the air filter and all that. They say it gives you like 5 more horsepower. I'm pretty sure that's, you know, false. But I've always wanted to do that because I noticed one thing on my old Focus when I did the cold air intake mod. I bought the K&N kit with the plumbing and all that shit. Put the upgraded mass airflow sensor, the MAF sensor, whatever. Yeah, it's not a mass absolute pressure sensor, or manifold absolute pressure. Yeah, it was MAF. Okay. When I put the MAF sensor onto it, the upgraded MAF sensor and the upgraded, you know, friggin' air intake and all that, I noticed it was a little bit peppier, but what I really noticed was my fuel economy. And I would go on that old Focus. This was hilarious. It took 40 bucks to fill it at $1 a liter. Not even. I think it was, yeah, 45 bucks to fill it. And I could go 3 to 4 weeks off of a tank. Like, that car was just like 800 kilometers per tank, 40 bucks to fill it. That car was awesome. But it was a 5-speed and you had to drive it by the shifting light. If you drove it by the shifting light, or the way I used to drive it, first bring her up in RPMs, put her in second, bring her up to 50 kilometers an hour, and then from second rate the fourth. You don't need third. Third's pointless. So for in-town driving, that's what I used to do. But if I was like trying to get up and go, like if I was on the highway heading somewhere and I needed to go from a dead gas station stop to like friggin' let's get the hell out of here, you know, I would just first red line, second red line, third red line, and by the time I hit third red line, I'm already at 113 friggin' kilometers an hour, and then I would just go from third to fifth because I was already where I needed to be. So, and I don't know, that car was fun. I miss driving manual transmission because I found that had a lot more pickup, get up and go than an automatic. But people are saying automatics are changing, so we'll have to see. But am I planning on buying a new car anytime soon? No, I just saw this on CNET and thought, that's kind of cool. I'm going to talk about that for an hour. And I did. Alrighty guys, it's 20 after 3. I gotta get a roll on. Oreo's gotta go outside for a potty. And then we gotta head off to work and get this Monday over with. Nah. Freaking hate Mondays. But on the bright side, I'm not prime. So that's a bonus. That's a bonus. Okay, I gotta get a lunch together here. Some sandwiches, carrots, and other things. So let's put that all together. I like to angle cut my sandwiches. Makes them taste better. Just saying. Crayola. Not just for crayons, people. Yep, there we go, people. 2 sandwiches and a pack of carrots for lunch. Should be good. Should be good. Keeping it small. I got a bag of popcorn at work that I can always munch on later on if I get hungry, but I probably won't because it's too freaking hot to eat. And as you can tell by the shut on my forehead there, brutal. What I'd like to do is have something set up where I could leave this window open even if I'm not here and, you know, not have to worry about somebody breaking in. I might have to go the bloke way and get a piece of wood that I can wedge in here so the window can only open so much and that's it. That might work. That might be a good idea because the amount of air coming through here right now is pretty awesome. Mainly because I have the exhaust fan upstairs just giving her. I also need to clean out that window. I gotta get my vacuum operational again. Hey puppy, did you have a carrot? I sure did. I gotta get my vacuum operational again because I got a lot of work to do in this house. This red vacuum here is a pile of shit. It doesn't work with a shit. And this is my good vacuum, my freaking, I don't even know what brand, Bissell. It's a Bissell brand. The hell brand are you? You are a, never heard of you brand. You're a pile of shit. You're gonna go in the scrapyard. Or I'm gonna clean it up and put it on Kijiji as slightly used. Alrighty, well it's 3:24. I'm gonna go jump in the car and head off to work. Gonna do something today I haven't done in a long time, and I've been getting messages on Facebook through the fan page and stuff asking me when I was gonna do this again. People, we're gonna do a driving vlog. Or a rolling vlog, or whatever. We're just gonna talk in the car. About what? I haven't really decided yet, but we're just gonna give her. But yeah. Holy carp, she's hot in here. Let's kick her over. Lower some windows, get some fresh air flowing through your little cross breeze. Oh, you're already down. Okay, so without further ado, let's pitter patter, have at her, and get the frig off to work. Yeah. Alrighty people, it's off to work time. I'm hoping that this thing, oh shit, dead thing on the road, almost ran it over. I'm hoping that my voice recorder holds out. It's showing some low battery there, so I'll have to see what happens. I haven't charged it since I last used it. And you know how devices are, eh? With a battery, they even draw if they're not turned on for some stupid reason. I don't get that, but whatever. I guess everything has a parasitic draw to save memory state and whatnot. But yeah, so watching a YouTube video this morning of my my buddy Bubba Mike 1, and he was talking about YouTube video length. What is a good length for a YouTube video? And the problem with that discussion, and I got into it with a couple of the big YouTubers about it, because, you know, what works for them probably doesn't work for everybody. Because, you know, if you're a car tutorial guy showing how to do things on a car, or you're a fabricator and you're doing how-to videos or anything like that, sometimes you need to make a long video because the processes you're doing take time and precision, and you can't just speed through them, and you can't really do a super speed video because you got to show everything you're doing, right? But if you're a content vlogger like I am, like Bubba is, you know, he makes skits too, mind you, but like if you're doing content vlogging, you know, asking the audience for their opinion, then maybe the stipulations that the big YouTubers announced apply. Now, big YouTubers, and I've mentioned this in the past, they say, don't make a video that's longer than 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Anything longer than that, and you're gonna lose your audience's attention, and they're gonna click off your video and go on to something else. The other thing they mention is don't have a title. Don't have an intro and an outro. Just talk to your camera, render it up, fire it up to YouTube's, and go. Honestly, I think that's probably some good advice. Even though I have an intro. I don't have an outro, but I have an intro. But if you're gonna have an intro, my personal opinion is don't make it long. Keep it short. Like when I first started off, I had these like epic 30-second intros and 40-second intros, and it was like, holy shit. You know, you see it once, it's cool, but then if you see it multiple times, you're like, okay, man, like seriously, why? First time you see it, it's awesome. From that point on, you don't really care. So that's why I got my simple little Trans Am does a burnout, driving down the road, vlogging life comes up, you know, 8 seconds of your life was just consumed. Keep your intro short if you want to roll with one, short and to the point. Don't go ballistic crazy with it. Now, like, my argument towards them, like, they're like, there's no reason for a video to be longer than 5 minutes. And I'm like, really? Like, what if you're looking to, like, you guys already stated that you love the long videos. You don't like the short videos. You love the long videos because you do stuff, like some people admitted that they don't really watch the video unless I'm doing something where the camera is showing, like for instance, when I was working on the tractor and I was showing the smoke or showing all the things I took off and the rewiring and all that shit. That's when you want to pay attention to the video. But if I'm just like, for instance, this morning bit, talking about how cars have all these sensors, I'm not really showing anything. This fucking cyclist. Fuck, I hate bikes. Like, North Bay has bike paths for a reason, and they go right across town. No, let's ride in the middle of a busy road and cause traffic to have to weave in and out of lanes. Sons of bitches. Being all healthy and things and environmentally friendly. But anyway, as I was saying there, like a lot of you already stated that you like the long videos and you don't really care for the short ones because there's just not enough. And some people, like I've been told multiple times that I am their morning ritual. They get up in the morning, they brew a pot of coffee, they sit down with their breakfast and their coffee, they fire my video up and then they watch it and then they go to work. Or, you know, after work, like some people come home from work, they make their supper and then they sit down for supper and they watch my video while they're having supper. So that's kind of cool, you know, like I've become like a TV show. So for me, the big YouTuber way of doing things doesn't work worth a shit. I cannot make a 5-minute video, and I would feel like I'm gypping you guys if I did that, if I just made 5-minute videos every day. Like, honestly, like I would feel like, you know what, I need to upload 2 or 3 videos a day now because I'm only putting up 5 minutes a day, and people like my stuff. So I would feel really bad doing that, and I would probably end up putting up like 2 or 3 videos a day if I went down to if I dropped to the big YouTubers level of making these short videos. Mind you, there are times when I have a question and I kind of want to just make it a video of its own. I've risked it once in the past where I threw my question in the vlog, and surprisingly enough, I got a whole bunch of feedback for it, and it was like 30 minutes into a 40-minute vlog where I dropped this question. Frig it. But anyway, I dropped a question 30 minutes into a 40-minute vlog, and the comment area had a whole bunch of answers for me. So that is pretty cool that people actually sit there and watch the video through. I'm sure some of you skip scenes and fast forward through them and then go back and other things, and that's fine. I do the same thing with long videos. if somebody's sitting there doing a repair on a car or something, and you know they're talking about why it's important to do this, or you know how brakes work before they actually do a brake job and stuff, and I'm like, I don't give a shit how brakes work. I know how they work. Let's get to the nitty gritty. I'll fast forward to the part where he starts to spin wrenches, and then I'll be like, right on, this is what I want, and then I'll watch that part. You know, like I won't sit there and watch a whole video if I'm looking for just a specific part, and I expect the same out of you guys. But that's why when Bubba made that comment of how long should I make my videos, on his video he was asking that, like, how long should I go? Should I go 5 minutes? Should I go 10 minutes? Should I go 20 minutes? What should I do? And honestly, you just do what you do. That's like, for me, I make long videos because I'm doing my whole day in a video, so I kind of can't make it 5 minutes long, or otherwise it would just end up being like a log entry from Avatar where I sit in front of a camera and tell you guys everything I did in the day. That would be boring as frig. I think you guys would rather enjoy coming along for the ride through my daily life, and that takes, you know, some time. That's my thoughts anyway. So honestly, you can't do what the big YouTubers are doing because they have their own style. Everybody has their own style of YouTube video creating, and my style probably doesn't work for you. Your style probably doesn't work for me. It's the way she goes, and Teedle D, you know? Where am I gonna put my car? I could put it there, but this son of a bitchin' Jeep just blocked me. I could stove it over there. Yeah, frig it. We'll stove it over there. Beauty plan. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down here, people, and I will talk to you guys later. So let me know what you think about the video length and all that. If you have an opinion, drop it in the comments below. And until next time, people, peace the frig out. No, for frig's sakes, people. It's friggin' 8 o'clock lunchtime. Coming out for a chat. Gonna have me some mini vanilla $7.50 frickin' deliciousness. Yup. And oh, we might have guests. We do.
This has to go on camera. Adam's speechless.
I'm not speechless. I don't know what to say.
Dance around. Dance for me, monkey, dance.
Told you we had guests. We have guests. That's my friend who's not my girlfriend. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. But the G.I. Joe, you missed it. It's gone. You missed it.
Sorry.
She missed it. She wasn't paying attention.
Okay, there it is.
This is why we can't have nice things. She brought me a coffee and a cheeseburger.
Well, no cheese. You're lactose intolerant.
And a burger. and
mom mode.
Mom mode? Really? You're gonna pull that shit on me?
Yes.
For frig's sakes, people. The more you know. Many cars will get pooped on.
I'm glad I'm not at the beach.
Yeah, because you'll get pooped on. The shithawks are out in full force, people. Either they're fleeing from the invasion of the shad flies that we're going to have tonight. Brucey told me this wall was covered last night. Yeah, well, covered. Why? Because that light is evil. Alrighty, guys. Well, my lunch is almost over. I got to go back inside and carry on. Next time I come out here, I'm going to be invaded by shad flies and I have to fight for my life. This one's freaking laughing at me because she's like, ah, sucker.
Damn right.
You're mean. Why are you mean to me?
Because I can.
That's not a good enough excuse. Some people's children, I tell you.
Hey, some people's children are in bed by now. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I hope they're in bed by the time I get home.
Okay, gotta go. Bye! Well, people, it's 10:30 break time. The moon is out. So are the shad flies. Yup. They're out in force tonight because it's so muggy. My trick for dealing with them, so they're pretty heavy there. And here's an LED light, and you can tell that there's a bunch hanging around there. So, kind of a lot of people said that LED lights don't attract them, but they attract them, just not as many of them. I thought they were attracted by the light, but I think they're attracted by the heat because LED lights don't throw off as much heat as one of those bastards does. But maybe they're attracted not by the heat, and they are attracted by the light because there's a bunch of them over there hanging around near that one. So I don't know. I'm not a a bug guy, or a bugacologist, or whatever the hell they call it. I got one in my shirt. The fuck off me, little peckerhead. So there you guys go. You finally got to see my friend. And, well, there you go. You finally got to see my friend. What else can I say? She was like, she grabbed the camera first and said, I want to vlog with you. And I was like, okay. And I didn't know what to do, right? And I was like all lost and shit. And she just kind of like, you know, we shot a couple clips together and stuff, and just gonna go from there, and we'll see if she likes doing that kind of stuff. Maybe she'll be in future vlogs. I don't know. Just gonna go with the people. Go with the flow every day. That's the way she is. Mosquitoes are friggin' horrible tonight. Holy shit. I might just smoke this one cigarette. Normally I do a double stack when I come out on break, but I don't think I'm gonna tonight. This is brutal. Wow. I'm being bombarded. There's nowhere I can stand when there's darkness. Before I used to hide underneath that tree that used to be there, that now it's just, you know, a stump. So I can't really hide underneath that. Stay to the darkness, because if you stay to the darkness, they can't see you. If you don't wear bright clothing, they can't see you. But, you know, that's why I'm in the middle of the parking lot right now chatting with you guys, and not underneath, or not over at the vlogging wall where I normally go, because I'm trying to stay hidden from the bugs, and it's not working. You know, I love North Bay and all, but 3 weeks out of the year, when these little sons of bitches come in, I hate working downtown. I'd have no problems if they relocated us to Tebow Hill. It wouldn't be that bad. I wonder how bad my car is covered, because it is white and it's kind of in the light. Well, I only got a couple on there. No big deal, no big deal. I'm not really attracted to it this time around. Well, I got 1, 2. That one's for Oreo if he still hangs on. That one's for Oreo if he still hangs on. These ones up here are safe from Oreo, but the ones in the hood are safe from Oreo. But if they go on the side fenders and they hang on when I get home, let me tell you, Cookie Monster's gonna run out and he's gonna just eat them right off the car, because he friggin' loves that kind. Dog loves shad flies. And I checked, they're not harmful for him, so he can go ahead and eat as many shad flies as he wants. So apparently I was wrong, which is perfect. I thought Pug said August 17th was his cheeseburger picnic. Apparently it's August 10th, which means I can go to it now. I wasn't allowed to go on August 17th. I found out that well, my uncle's getting married that weekend, so basically Oreo doesn't have a place to stay because my parents are gone to the wedding. They're part of the wedding party. Well, Dad's part of the wedding party. They're getting a room. They're staying at the hotel where the reception is. So because of that, they're not going to be around to, like, you know, take care of Scruffy. And I was like, oh shit. And I can't really bring him with me because a car ride that long, I don't know what the hell I would do. Like, I'd have to stop on the side of the highway every once in a while, let him out to rock a piss. You know, he just wouldn't make that long of a trip. Like, we're talking 5 hours in a car. He's okay for 15, 20 minutes in a car, but you get him 5 hours in a car and he's gonna freaking hate me. So it'd be a pain in the ass to try and bring him there. And then, you know, once I do bring him there, he'd be fine at Bloke's. Like, you know, I'm sure Bloke's wife would have a blast with Oreo because he's just such a puppy. I don't think his cat, though, Smokey, would really care for Oreo too much, because Oreo would look at Smokey and go, oh my god, it's a great Felix, and he'd try and play with him. That wouldn't go over too well, I don't think. I could be wrong, but I'm probably right. So because of that, like, I wasn't able to go on the 17th, but then on Pug's most recent video, he said cheeseburger picnic on the 10th of August, and you Dizzy's coming up, and a bunch of other tubers, maybe Junkstar Builds will come up again, and a bunch of other people, who knows, I don't know, but I could probably go down for that weekend, and that would be friggin' awesome, because I can go down the weekend prior and try and float some time off and shit and make things work, and scoot down there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bloke and I can frig off over to Pug's for the cheeseburger picnic, and then Saturday night come back over to Bloke's, and then Sunday I can frig off for home, and then Monday I go back into work. That would work out all right. So I don't know. I'm gonna run that by the folks, even though they're gonna see this video, and we're gonna go from there and figure shit out, I guess. Oh, okay, we're good. But yeah, so we're gonna have to figure shit out and figure things out and go from there. So that would be the plan. And I'm tempted to drive the Trans Am down, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure she'd make it. It's been a great car, really reliable. And on the highway, she barely sips any fuel, so probably be super cheap to rock the Trans Am down. But I don't know. You know, I kind of like keeping it in pristine shape and putting all that mileage on it. It's kind of scares me a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Well, I'm getting my face eaten alive out here, so I'm going to call her quits for now, head her inside, and we'll talk to you guys later when I get the frig out of this place. So peace the frig out, people. Alrighty, people, well, it's friggin' midnight. It's time to head her home, and we're gonna cook us, well, we're gonna do something a little different tonight. We're gonna have some supper, because I haven't really eaten supper yet, so let's get the frig out of here. Alrighty, people, I'm home now, and as you can tell outside the window, there's about 50,000 moths. Just let Oreo out. And I'm thinking about heading out to the garage and firing up the grill. Probably saying, holy shit, really at this time of night? Well, for me, because I work 4 to midnight, right now theoretically it's 6 o'clock, even though it's 12:10. Just saying. Like last night, I had some burgers, right? I had one burger because I was friggin' starved. So I made myself a pan-fried one of these Weber burgers. Pan-frying them kind of sucks, gonna be honest with you. So what I'm thinking is taking two of these sons of bitches out to the garage. Get the other one to let go. 1 second here, I need two hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and take two of these bad boys out to the garage, fire up the Q, cook the shit out of them, and on the final flip, now I'm gonna add the cheese afterwards. I was gonna melt the cheese to them, but they get so damn greasy that it's easier to throw them onto a plate and then throw some paper towel on there and let them friggin' soak it up. So let's grab a beer, head out to the garage, and barbecue like it's Saturday. Sounds like a plan? Thought so. Alrighty people, fired up the grill. She's just giving her, letting her heat everything up so I can get around to scrubbing it all off. We'll let that hit 700 Fahrenheit. And then we'll open her up, we'll drop the heat and clean up the grill. And then throw these burgers onto her. Surprised there's no moths in here yet. Let's turn on my fan. Get some breeze while we wait for this thing to heat up. Holy frig people, I'm under attack. Big time under attack by mosquitoes. I just like friggin' annihilated 3 of them. One just bit me on the finger. This totally sucks. This is a bad idea. And I don't think these burgers are gonna work on the barbecue. Let me show you why. They're pretty flimsy looking. I already flipped them once just for shits and giggles. But, watch. See how flimsy they are? I know I should be using a spatula, but I almost lost this back burger. Like I'm about to lose it now. This drill sucks. Oh, we got some friggin' flamage. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to use a spatula, I think. Due to the flimsiness of these burgers, I think the next bunch are gonna be cooked in the pan because this is not working out at all. And I think they're on fire. I'm pretty sure they're on fire. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Frig sakes, eh? Just charbroiling the shit out of these sons of bitches. Oh my god, they're gonna be hockey pucks. I think the main problem with this grill is that grill on the top. It's too wide of a mesh. So what happens is the burgers fall in, and I had a casualty. The burger underneath broke. So, son of a bitch. We'll go ahead and sop up some grease with the paper towel here. And we'll take this inside, add it to some buns, throw some cheese onto it, and have ourselves some cheeseburgers for supper. Frig yeah. Kind of makes me nervous that this thing here is still spitting and kicking, and holy, look at the grease inside of there. I'm going to have to do some maintenance on this thing, I think. But we'll go ahead and turn off the valve. We're good. And close the lid. And we'll let that thing do its thing. And we're going to go do our thing, which is eating. Let's go eat. And there we go, people. Dinner is served. So I'm going to head her upstairs, grab another beer, because I rocked that one already. We're going to have some beer and burgers and probably watch some Trailer Park Boys. Frig yeah. And as a lot of you already know, Trailer Park Boys will be making a comeback. Rob Wells, friggin', I can't remember the other guy's name, Jean-Paul Tremblay, yeah, and Mike Smith basically bought the rights for Trailer Park Boys off of friggin' Clattenburg. So that's pretty awesome, you know, and that they bought it off Clattenburg and now they have the rights to it. So apparently they're working on season 8 as we speak, and another movie. Now apparently season 8 is going to air on something called SwearNet, which I have no idea what it is. It looks like a YouTube site, but not really. So that kind of excites me, but when I checked out SwearNet, I discovered that you have to pay for it. It's like a Netflix type thing, but you can upload your own content there too, apparently. So I don't know exactly how it works. It's one of those things that I'm going to have to look into, but for right now, all I want to do is eat my food. So let's hammer down. Alrighty guys, well it's 1:30 in the morning. I think I'm going to shut the vlog down here and get an early night on things. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Got a little recap for you. We talked about how cars have too much electronics in them and not enough car. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. You know, we talked about, what else did we talk about? Oh yeah, about if videos are too long, you know. Or how long is too long on a video? You know, do you like them long? Do you like them short? Today's a long video, you know, but you guys seem to like that, so I'm gonna give her. You know, you got to meet my friend who's not my girlfriend. Yeah, there you go. You got to finally see her. And then you got to see me get invaded by a whole bunch of shad flies and cook their shit out of some burgers, which were, by the way, delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and shut the video down here. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, click that like button. Question, comments, concerns, leave them below. I haven't been responding right lately. This weekend was pretty hectic and busy and things and it's been so freaking hot that I really didn't want to sit at my computer and comment on comments. It's just so gross up here. But I do have my laptop downstairs that I could sit at and comment on comments. I just never went down there to use it. But anyway, enough of that. So anyway, people, until next time, keep on vlogging.